What is up, YouTube family? Thank you guys for tuning back into Wilburn Reactions. My name is Chod. This is my wife D, and we are back with another fantastic reaction video story time. Coming up for this video though, Johnny Cash is who we are going to. I told you guys before D joined me on this channel. She was the one who introduced me to Johnny Cash. We watched Johnny Cash's movie. I told you about that, and then that's how I knew and learned about his story and learned how amazing his story really was. So
I love Johnny Cash. I don't know a lot of his music, but the music that I do know, I do love.
Yeah, I told them that you did put me on the Johnny Cash. Like, we talked about it when I used to react.
See, I have good taste.
And the song we're going into, this one, I like this, and it's not one of my favorites by him, but it is one of the ones I do like. This is A Boy Named Sue.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3. Didn't leave very much to my ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him cause he running hid, but the meanest thing that my daddy ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. He must have thought that it was quite a joke and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd turn red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. But
you know what's crazy? I just got this thought listening to him deliver his lyrics, y'all. Don't come for me. But who came first, Bob Dylan or Johnny Cash? Like, who was the first one out? Like, because I know they got to be close. But Johnny Cash's delivery, and I'm telling you, it's similar. Bob Dylan, think of Bob Dylan, how he was delivering his lyrics and how he got that style. Remember when we reacted to him, he was like, Bob Dylan's how his voice and how his style is, like how he delivers different. I'm telling you, it's like right there. I just caught that right now.
I feel like Johnny Cash.
But I got to figure out who did it first. I'm going to look that up.
I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. Roamed from town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars. I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that give me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table, dealing stud, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother'd had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold. I said, my name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die. Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. Then I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall into the street, kicking and a gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer.
You look like you got something you need to say.
Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh, is this true?
His storytelling is amazing. I don't know.
Wow,
his storytelling is.
I
love how he does that in his music. Like, I love his.
But like, my thing is like, is this a true story? Like, is he singing about the truth, or is this something like he visualized and wanted to do type of vibe?
I can see now listening to him how his. I wasn't like the era, but I can see how this music took a storm. Like his style and what he brought, and how it just flooded through the streets. Like, oh yeah, this style is crazy. Like his style is Cash.
Well, I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. He said, now son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And it's that name that helped to make you strong. He said, now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the that named you Sue. What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him a pa and he called me son. I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a boy, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. I still hate that name. What a dirty thing to do with boy.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. Oh my God, I've never heard that song, but man, oh man, do I love it. That is so crazy.
Okay, I gotta look it up, guys. It's bothering me. Okay, Johnny Cash.
I wonder if it's a true story. If it is, like, you went from all that to almost killing him to literally just saying, "What's up, Dad?" That's crazy.
Johnny Cash is before him. I don't know why.
I told you.
When was Johnny Cash? Let me go back. 32. Yeah, he way before his time. 41. They're not too far apart. 9 years. So Bob Dylan came after. Well, when did? But the question becomes, when did Johnny Cash start making music, and when did Bob Dylan start making music? But their styles, I see that. I see now. But they both have unique styles. Like, it's not super close, but delivery is what I'm talking about. Like, guys, I'm not talking about, like, the style of music. I'm talking about the delivery, how they both deliver. I think Bob Dylan delivers in a more advanced style, like the way he delivers lyrics. But it's really close on how they do it, though. I think that's what really, like, brings me, like, to them to make me want to, like, stands them out from a lot of different artists.
Yeah. I love Johnny Cash, so.
And then I caught in the video, I almost forgot, but I didn't even catch until the end how Johnny Cash was playing his guitar. He wasn't strumming down in a normal area. I don't know what that area is called in the guitar. I don't know the science behind it, or the terminology, I should say. But he was strumming on up top, like he was playing up top. Oh, and I wonder if that's where that sound comes from, where you kind of get that banjo type sound. I wonder if what that was coming from, because he's playing up top. I've seen Stevie Ray do it, like when he's soloing, but I've never seen somebody actually strum up there and play. Like, I caught that and I was like, that's different. Like,
I love his voice. It's just so simple, and I love that, like, he has that voice where you still can understand the lyrics.
Yeah.
Like, even though he sings pretty fast, like.
What did they call his style of music? Like, what was it under? Like, I forgot what they called it. Yeah, but they called it something else, because he's like he like sped it up, and then he did like a certain style like to it.
It can be like bluegrass, possibly.
I think so. It's under that area. But yeah, he was definitely one, like, whenever we venture, or me or by myself or D together, like, whenever I come down music like this, I always think to myself, like, remember when we had the conversation a while ago, guys, where we talked about music being culturally influenced? It makes you think, like, you will never, like, there's some ethnicities that will never find out about these type of artists because of the cultural influence, the impact that music has. Like, certain ethnicities, we won't say, have simply put, like, this is the only style of music we listen to. Like, I don't listen to nothing else. And we talked about this on the channel. We agree, like, a lot of you guys said that is true. Like, some people only grow up on country. Some people only grow up on rock and roll. Some people only grow up on hip hop. Some people only grow up on this. Like, some people just don't venture out. It's just their household they brought up. So the reason why I bring that up is because, like, I could have never known about him, like, and how great he was. So it's just like I'm glad I'm here now. Like, it's like you don't get to, like, be like, oh, I've never heard of that. Like,
yeah. And
you never get to experience if they're good or not. You just go off of what you were taught, bringing up as a child, saying, like, this is the style of music I only listen to. I don't listen to nothing else. But you've never ventured out to try to listen to nothing else.
And then when you do, you actually really love it.
Yeah, you like, oh, I don't like that style. I remember so many years going by in my young life saying, like, I don't like this style of music. And then people would say, like, well, have you ever listened to it?
I'll admit,
No.
I was like that with country. I didn't grow up on country.
Me too, I see the same thing.
And I was like, I am not listening to no country. Like, it just
yeah, right, because you were told something else. Like, you were told something else.
I just never cared for it. And then, like, I started hearing songs, and then, like, I was like, oh my God, like, I actually love it. Like, I love from what I've heard, I love the storytelling of it.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's just so advanced now, like, how advanced. Like, I feel like I'm so advanced now, thanks to you guys.
I think my number one, like, I'm pretty sure this is, like, all the girls, but I first started listening to country when I heard Carrie Underwood. That was my first.
I remember being awkward.
Or does Taylor Swift count?
Pretty much, yeah. She's not. Yeah,
I don't know, because she's.
I remember being awkward, like, sitting in places and they'll play, like, a different style, like a different genre, and I had no idea what it was, and I'm just like, oh, this is not my music. I wish they played some, like, something else. And now when I go somewhere, it's like, oh, y'all think I don't know this song? Like, I love it. But hot topics. I love these songs, what they're doing. I love they're bringing up these topics. But thank you guys so much for tuning back in with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. We will see you guys in our next video.